It gives me great pleasure to welcome all the honorable dignitaries and participants of this first edition of the Forest Pavilion at the United Nations Climate Change Conference. The Forest Pavilion is a collective effort that has come to fruition after some years of groundwork within members of the Collaborative Partnership on Forests, many of them who are present here in person. The aim of the Forest Pavilion is to provide an accessible platform within the climate change negotiations to inform decision makers on the centrality of forests as nature-based solutions to climate regulation, mitigation, and adaptation. To steer action among stakeholders with a common agenda, and to provide opportunities for cross-sectoral dialogue. It is my hope to see many more editions of the Forest Pavilion at future conferences of the parties. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, the International Tropical Timber Organization, the ITTO, is delighted to be a co-sponsor of the Forest Pavilion, along with the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations, the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries of Japan, and members of the Collaborative Partnership on Forests. We all share a common vision that must be effectively advocated, which hopefully goes viral. That would depend on you. The sustainable management and use of forest resources to fight climate change and transform our economies while ensuring the conservation of biodiversity. The public misconception that forest harvesting equals deforestation is not true. While the forest sector understands that this is not true, it is our duty to better communicate the multiple benefits of sustainable forest management and the environmental credentials of timber to the outside world. Sustainable harvesting, ladies and gentlemen, is not deforestation. Sustainable forest management is actually much more than just sustainable timber harvesting. It covers a diverse range of values, from biodiversity conservation, climate benefits, landscape restoration, to the livelihoods and well-being of forest-dependent communities. When sustainable and legal timber supply chains are added to the equation, end consumers are linked to forests across the globe and to the people who live within. In other words, it creates a circular bioeconomy where markets, through sustainable use, become a driver for forest conservation. It is widely recognized that forests are valuable carbon sinks, essential to achieve climate goals and planetary well-being. However, greater investments in sustainable forest management are urgently needed to materialize this vision. Investments in sustainable forest management are climate-smart investments that will pay multiple benefits in the medium to long term. Timber itself is one of the most environmentally friendly materials. Further investments will encourage and expand its applications for a variety of innovative uses, especially for low-carbon construction. Markets require robust, verifiable information on the legality and sustainability of wood products procured. Investments in these frameworks are needed within timber producer countries to facilitate such data at reasonable cost. I am delighted to see that the program for today will underscore the importance of forest monitoring and data transparency for the implementation of the Paris Agreement. They will showcase the sustainable use of wood as a viable substitution option that will contribute to achieving carbon neutrality and explore innovative investment mechanisms and leverage partnerships for building circular bioeconomies that will facilitate the transition to carbon neutral economies. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, humankind is at a crossroad in the fight against climate change, where 2024 is set to beat the 1.5 degree target. We have witnessed the atrocities and suffering caused by its effects, from stronger wildfires to catastrophic flooding and the regrettable loss of human lives. It is imperative that we transform our economies and our ways of life. Sustainable bioeconomies offer us a viable path forward. Let's make full use of the Forest Pavilion at COP29, ladies and gentlemen, to accelerate climate-smart actions and realize the full potential that forests offer as effective and efficient nature-based solutions. Wishing all of you a successful session and participation at the COP29. Thank you.